Do you guys remember 2020? Well, I mean, obviously, you cannot forget the time when the pandemic hit us and COVID was literally killing people every single day. But, however, the chaos that coronavirus caused actually led to the most important era of TikTok to ever exist. I mean, like, do you guys remember Charlie D'Amelio and Edison Ray dancing to Doja Cat or Renegade, and the rise of popularity of anime, and most importantly, the creation of multiple aesthetics and fashion styles, specifically e-girls. E-girl stands for electronic or internet girl, and it's basically girls that are chronically online and use social media as an escape from reality and to attract their audiences. They also used to have like a very specific alternative style associated with e-girls, and back in 2020, the whole internet went absolutely crazy for them. But even though it's been 5 years since that era and it's 2025 now, this term and these types of girls still exist today. Except now they don't really have a very specific look and they all look different and kind of unreal. Like for example Ray, who is 17 years old as far as we know and goes by the name Sickndpretty on TikTok. You see, Ray is a very beautiful girl with unique outfits and this kind of very interesting dolly makeup, and it's very hard to not notice her when she comes up on your For You page because she looks like an actual doll. But despite all of this, she went viral for all the wrong reasons. And it all started when a picture of her started going around all over Twitter. This one. I'm 100% sure you quickly realize that this picture looks very photoshopped, and especially the proportions of the face and the body. I mean, it just looks very uncanny and very unrealistic to the point that it just kind of looks funny. It actually became like a reaction picture or like a meme on Twitter. And although people were just like having a good laugh, having like a meme to share, or sometimes even making fun of this girl's looks, soon enough people started digging deeper into who this girl even is and realized that Ray has a lot of controversy. Controversy that you just wouldn't expect in modern day and age. Controversy so disgusting that I just have to talk about it. So what did she even do? And what dark secrets was Ray hiding? Let's talk about it. Hi! As always, before we start, I would just like to say that with this video, I'm not trying to promote hate towards anyone that will be mentioned today. And while we're at it, can you please subscribe to my channel if you like me? Please, please, please. Okay, let's start. So, like I mentioned before, Ray went viral specifically for that badly edited picture, which soon actually led for the whole Twitter to make fun of the way she looked. Ray herself continued to say that she does not edit her pictures, that it's just the way she looks, it's just her makeup.
Actually, I'm only using one filter. And it makes me look like a ghost. And I like it, okay? So if it makes my quality look bad, I don't care. I look like a freaking ghost, okay? Why do you care?
However, people did not believe her statements, and so they went on her TikTok lives and took screenshots of that and posted it on the internet to show what she really looks like without all the filters. And obviously, she looked very different, which led for people to make fun of her even more directly, calling her insults, calling her fat, calling her a pig. I do not believe that bullying someone because of their looks or because they edit their pictures is justifiable. Everyone edits their pictures, it's not a big deal. And we're gonna talk about all the bullying in a second. But there's one more thing that people found a problem with before they even knew who Ray was, and it's the way she does her makeup. So Ray's first controversy is that she is allegedly Asian fishing. Asian fishing is basically when you use makeup, tape, Photoshop, or whatever to appear Asian when you are actually not Asian at all. Just like doing anything really, from wearing wigs to actually acting like an Asian stereotype just to be more Asian, to pass as if you are Asian. I just wanted to show you the things that people pointed out. For example, the way she makes her eyes appear more slanted with her makeup and try to stretch it out. The way she kind of copies the popular Asian makeups. And a very big factor is that she also wears black, huge contact lenses. Now, she herself has blue eyes. And not to even mention the fact that she actually tries to make herself more pale when it's actually an Asian beauty standard to be very, very pale. And in reality, she has freckles on her face that she covers up with all this pale foundation. And maybe by this point of the video, you're not really convinced by what I just said, which is completely fine. Like, okay, who cares? Anyone can wear black contact lenses. Maybe they just want to look more like creepy and uncanny, not necessarily Asian. And in terms of her makeup, maybe it's just how she does her makeup. Maybe she's trying to look more like a doll, not like an Asian person. Like, that's not a big deal, right? But there is something that could potentially change your mind. Here is a picture of Ray without any makeup, without any filters, any contact lenses, just the way she looks without everything. As in comparison with those videos and pictures that you've seen of Ray where she does wear this specific look. You tell me whether there is a really big difference or not. Asian fishing is overall kind of a very disagreeable topic. Some people say it is offensive and very real. Some people can find exceptions and excuses to some actions and some things, and can even say that it's actually okay in very specific cases. And as you can see, I myself am not Asian at all, but regardless, I just believe that the fact that Ray could potentially be Asian fishing is very ironic, because she's notoriously known for being racist towards like all races, including Asian. Let me explain. On multiple of her social media, but specifically Discord, she was caught and seen saying multiple slurs, like literally every single slur on the planet. C slur, B slur, N slur, the list goes on. Here is a screenshot of her conversations with people on Discord where she's just like not ashamed to say those words. She's not ashamed to use those slurs at all.
I don't need the N-word pass. I already say it anyways. What do I need the pass? I can't say it on live. I'll say it on Twitter later.
Like, as you can see, this is something she does not have any remorse in doing or saying. And in one instance, she even called herself a racist. Like, racist, but except it's not racist, it's her name. Well, I mean, it definitely fits her, because she actually just doesn't find any problem in saying those offensive words. And not only slurs, she's just actually blatantly racist. She's just outright racist towards all people of color. Ray actually allegedly believes that there is like no oppression towards people of color whatsoever. This is what she responded to those screenshots of her being racist and all those slurs and this entire allegation. I'm tired of people acting so oppressed. Like, most of the people of color online that claim to be oppressed live in a nice neighborhood with middle class parents. LOL. Like, OMG, you're so oppressed. Yikes. I am just so speechless right now. But if you think this was bad, you are not ready for what's coming next, because this is just the top of the iceberg. Apart from being blatantly racist, Ray is also not ashamed to admit that she's also anti-Semitic, and on multiple occasions on her Discord channel, she did a very specific gesture. A gesture associated with the mustache man, with the Austrian painter, as they say. Multiple times, it was not an accident. She knows exactly what this gesture means and what this organization that made it up and the man who made it up stands for. and she like actually agrees with it and actually consciously chose to make that gesture. And in addition to that, she also has stated that she is of Aryan race, or like talks about it a lot. So that's something. For this action, she also never responded or apologized, like for anything that she did. I guess she just finds pride in associating with this organization. But the race controversy just gets more and more disgusting from now on. I actually feel so sorry to inform you this, but everything is about to get much worse. Because allegedly she used to sell her explicit pictures to PDF files on Roblox. While we do not have like a screenshot or a picture proof confirmation that this really happened, this is something that Ray admitted herself on 2 occasions on her Discord channel. And I believe that it's actually very possible because Roblox is a game centered around kids for kids. So obviously on multiple occasions there have been PDF files and other creeps there looking for kids and trying to engage with them in this game. So she basically admitted that she allegedly sold those pictures of herself to these creeps on Roblox for Robux. Ray is actually allegedly only 17 years old, so she is underage and doing this. Hey guys, sorry to interrupt, but actually at this moment as I'm recording this, Ray just turned 18 years old and she just created a fancy account which is basically like OF. It's basically a platform for like adult exclusive content. But the point still stands that there is in fact a creep somewhere out there in Roblox who has explicit pictures of Ray from when she was 17 years old. Pictures that she sold herself on Roblox. Which makes the situation even worse, not only because she's a minor, sending these pictures to completely grown creepy men, but also the man who now possesses those pictures actually has illegal explicit material of minors on his phone. And she also has his full name, so I don't know where this is going, but this is just some interesting information. As a part of her entire thing where she's trying to please or appeal to specific groups of people, she's actually known for doing this thing where if a man pays her money, she grabs a piece of paper and she holds it in her hands and she writes like whatever this guy requested for her to write or just his name and holds it, and she does like poses with it or like sticks her tongue out or like just poses with it, or sometimes even like guys request for her to write their names on her body allegedly, and so she's gonna do it and she like posts like a picture of her feet that says the name of the guy written in Sharpie. And additionally, as a part of her edgy and problematic tweets or Discord channel statements, she allegedly literally finds some weird fascination with creeps and PDF files. Like she claims that allegedly she like wants to interact with these kinds of people, that she is attracted to these kinds of creeps, and even worse, she wants for those people to do bad things to her. Like she wants for the assaulters to do harm to her, if you get what I'm trying to say. I cannot say this word on YouTube because YouTube will hate me for this, but I just want for you to realize the seriousness of the situation. Ray is coming on internet and admitting on public account, on public server, that she wants for those weird, actually potentially dangerous people, to minors, to interact with her, a 17-year-old girl. Like this is so dangerous in retrospective, and it's like a fantasy that she has about them, and she has tweeted about it multiple times. She also said that she loves to harm and assault kids in the same context. Whether that was a joke, whether it was just like an edgy, offensive statement, that is just too far. When people brought those things up, her response was, no, those screenshots are old, and yes, I've changed. And no, I don't make jokes. Like, where are you getting this information? From your public account and Discord channel? Those are not months old. All of those screenshots are from 2 years ago. You can keep exposing me for shit I already addressed, and I'm moving on from. So keep living in the past. I don't care. Okay, so this is literally me when I'm lying. All posts were recent and she actually didn't change a bit. And just to add more fuel to the fire, Ray has actually shown that she has a very strange fascination with animal abuse. She reposted things saying that animals deserve to be abused. It's just hitting the bottom line for me. Like, out of all possible controversy that you could have, you just checked all the boxes. You just decided, I'm just gonna be all things problematic ever. Like, how can you be both Asian fishing and racist, claim that you like animals, yet support animal abuse? How can you be racist and anti-Semitic and like do all this stuff? Like, it's just crazy to look back and realize that this entire controversy and this whole information that I just told you came up just from one badly photoshopped picture that went viral. That's it. That was the butterfly effect that caused it all. It's just like my favorite game. This action will have consequences. Now, this is all unjustifiable. There is no excuse for those things. This is very, very disturbing. But I would just like to bring up the fact that Ray is 17 years old again, or at least was 17 when it all happened. Ray is very obviously a teenage girl with a lot of mental issues who is chronically online, which obviously does not excuse her racist and anti-Semitic actions, nor does it excuse her edgy statements. However, in terms of her selling explicit pictures to PDF files and this whole obsession with creepy men, this could be potentially explained if she could have an unresolved trauma regarding this. Maybe she was assaulted before and that could be her way of coping with this. I'm not saying this actually happened because we have no confirmation of that. I'm saying the potential reason behind those statements. And overall, definitely being a subject of online bullying all over Twitter is already a mentally deranged platform. Like, if you have Twitter, you should delete it because Twitter is evil. It's bad for you, it's bad for your mental health. I'm saying delete Twitter right now. But like, basically being on Twitter and being bullied and called ugly right there and then probably made things so much worse for her. She probably was already insecure with the way she looks because the way that she feels the need to edit her pictures even though she looks completely fine, completely normal naturally, and the way she tries to change her entire face with contact lenses and makeup, and she always shows up in that makeup. She never shows up with her actual real face. The fact that she already felt the urge to change her entire appearance and now a bunch of people on the internet bully her for this exact appearance probably just made things so much worse for her. Her accounts actually constantly got deleted and suspended, even from Twitter, which is ironic because this app is extremely racist and negative, but she just continued creating new ones, and so she ended up going by many other nicknames. For example, Certified Dead Girl, Pretty and Dollike, Being Betrayed, and Mo Princess Panda Girl. And her most recent account is Sickndpretty. And so that was this rumor when she was going by Certified Dead Girl a few years ago. She got exposed for those exact same reasons and things. Like, she didn't change a bit since then. She just kept going with this. And her controversy was the exact same pretty much. And her actual dad, her biological father, got involved with it, and he apparently saw what she was posting on the internet, so he sent her to live in her grandma's house far away from internet access, where the internet just doesn't exist. So she just stopped tweeting those things and stopped saying those things that could potentially ruin her entire life. And she's just 17 years old. But somehow, ever since then, she came back and she's back online. She's back to being an e-girl, being chronically online, to this day still. But so far, no more controversy really happened as I'm aware of. Overall, I just wanted to bring up this fact that Ray is actually a mentally ill teenage girl, and bullying her based on her appearance, solely on her appearance, and not the things she said or did, is completely unjustified and not necessary. And it clearly went too far and affected her in the worst way possible. Rather than calling Ray fat or calling out her appearance, people should have spent time actually addressing the controversy and edgy statements that she made. And yes, I'm saying that you should not be body shaming her or saying bad things about her appearance. You should be focusing on the things she said, because this whole time she hasn't shown any remorse in her actions, in her racist statements, in anything that she has ever done. All she did was make excuses for it and argue that it all happened a long time ago and she's a changed person now. Of course, to her it all may be so unserious, like a huge prank on the internet, just saying edgy jokes and edgy things to get attention and to get likes and to go viral or whatever, or maybe just to seem cool and edgy and not like other girls. But it definitely went too far and showed what exactly the kind of person Ray is. But as always, that's just my opinion. If you have a different one, you can always express it in my comment section. And if you just feel like you have to say something about this wild situation, you can always do that in the comments. I will once again ask you to please subscribe to my channel and my other social media that are linked in description. We are so close in reaching 40,000 subscribers. I cannot believe it. Thank you guys so much for your support. Like this video or not, I don't really care. And now, bye!